welcome to Kaleidoscope. This is our second episode of the series where we wanted to review all top restaurants of Kolkata. So basically, there are two criteria. The first criteria was they need to have at least 4.5 rating on Google, and then the second criteria was 1,000 people should have reviewed them on Google. In our previous episode, you must have seen that we had visited Momo IM, right? And today we have come to Chennai Square. It's a very popular restaurant here in Kolkata, and as you can see on the screen, they have around 4.7 rating, right, on Google. The second criteria is also fulfilled. More than 1,000 people have reviewed them. They have multiple outlets in Kolkata, and I think they also have an outlet in Koikali, then one in Chinapat. Today I've come to this outlet which is in Sector 3, Salt Lake Sector 3. So we had come to this restaurant before as well.
Like many years
Many
ago.
years ago, yes. So basically today we will be reviewing them without any bias, right? So we'll start from scratch and we'll keep you posted. तो यहाँ पे चेन्नई स्क्वायर में स्पेशलिटी क्या है यहाँ पे?
पिज़्ज़ा डोसा, मुंबईया पाव भाजी डोसा, चीज़ बस डोसा, इडली सिजलर, वड़ा सिजलर और भी बहुत तरह के यहाँ पे आइटम है जो आपका स्पेशल मिल सकता है। पॉपुलर डिश पिज़्ज़ा डोसा है,
पिज़्ज़ा डोसा,
हाँ, चीज़ बस्ट
ओके।
और इडली सिजलर।
पहले वो था ना, एक 5 फीट वाला डोसा था।
तो कुमकान डोसा है उसका नाम है, वो 5 फीट का आता है, साथ में उसका चाट टाइप का मोकटेल आता है। आप लोग उसके लिए मतलब 5 जन ही शेयर कर पाएंगे।
अच्छा,
और एक जन शेयर मतलब पूरा एक जन 21 मिनट में जो उसको खा लेता है तो 21,000 का उसको इनाम मिलता है।
So we are ordering one cheese burst dosa, plain paper butter dosa, one filter coffee.
make it 2.
So 2 filter coffee. In Kolkata, it is very rarely you will see that vegetarian places getting such good reviews. And Chennai Square, although I mean obviously it is pure veg, catering to dosa, uttapam, and idli, vada. So whatever we, the general population, understand by South Indian, when we actually try to stereotype the entire South India together. So whatever the North Indian understanding of South India is, so basically the food that we have grown up eating, you will find it over here. But with a twist. So the twist over here is that they have many fusion items. The taste of the butter lingers as I had hoped. It's actually very, very crispy. So this is a raw mango chutney and it's mouth watering. It's very, very yum. So this is the authentic coconut chutney and it is as authentic as it can be. Just pureed coconut. Yes, just as I hoped it to be. The sambar is actually also very delicious. However, I mean they have added curry leaves, which is the main flavoring agent of a sambar, and they have also added coriander leaves. So I think the coriander leaves have a bit overpowered the curry leaves, but nonetheless, this tastes good.
We have a very emotional, personal connection with South Indian food. When we two started dating each other back in 2014. So I remember every single day I used to come from office, from Gurgaon all the way to Green Park. And if you know that particular area, I would know you cannot come directly from Gurgaon to Green Park. You need to change at least 3 different metros. So it used to take me almost 1 hour to reach Green Park, and then we used to go to Deer Park, right? And then beside Deer Park we have this place called Hoskas, which is very popular, right? And you would find many different restaurants there. Our favorite was Nevedam, which is one of the most popular South Indian restaurants in Delhi. We used to follow a very specific menu, and that is uh, idiyappam, right? And the another was thing was dosa, because Ranjita had always been fond of dosa, and obviously because that continued for almost 2 years. After a certain point of time, we started trying different other dishes as well at Nevedam. So, when it comes to South Indian food, as I said, we have a very personal connection. And even though I'd never liked South Indian food before meeting Ranjita, but nowadays, somehow, I don't know what changed in me, I started liking South Indian food. It's a little confusing how to eat it. Looks like more of a khamba than a dosa. Though you can see cheese on top of it, but the filling, the stuffing that they used, I don't think they have used a lot of cheese in that, right? So until unless you take cheese from the top, it feels like regular dosa.
So, since we generalize, South India is one, but then they all are very unique. Obviously, they have some ties with each other, and what ties them together is probably the dosa. Surprisingly, even in North India, dosa is very famous. You will have many good places to eat dosa because of the fact that many North Indians are vegetarians. And when it comes to vegetarian food, we know that uh, sattvic or sadhya food from the lower half of the Indian subcontinent is actually pretty good. Uh, the unique way to serve filter coffee is through this small tumbler and a bowl. Why do they serve it in this? Filter coffee is supposed to be very hot, and you might actually burn your tongue while consuming it. And you're actually supposed to sip it from the bowl because it has a broader mouth. So we finished our meals yesterday and we came back. We did not review it over there. The reason being, it's not always possible to give the review then and there. So therefore, today we are going to discuss on the parameters that we are doing our reviews on. So the first is the ambience. The ambience we have both sort of discussed, and we always give you the average. So the average rating is 6. The reason being, I mean, they could have done a lot with the decor. It's not only about the food, it is also about the entire experience. It doesn't transport you to that feel, you don't get that vibe is missing. So therefore, the ambience is 6.
So when it comes to taste of food, I think Chennai Square could not keep the hype it initially. So, but don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the food tastes bad. It's not. It's pretty average. But you wouldn't obviously expect average from a restaurant which is rated 4.7. I think I would rate them 7.
Whether it's value for money or not, the question is yes, it is, because the bill was around 700. But you will also have to keep in mind that we did not order a lot of food which gets wasted. So for that, 700 in a fine dining restaurant is good. For value for money, we would give them a big 8. So the last two parameters are service and the COVID protocols that they follow. I would say that the boys were really nice and they were very prompt. So for service, I am giving them 8. And for COVID protocols, just as you enter, they wouldn't jump on you with a sanitizer and a thermometer. Instead, you go in and there you will find a portable sanitizer dispenser. Along with it, they have a wash basin, which I think is a very good idea to do. Service boys over there, they were wearing their masks at all the time, not fidgeting with it, not fidgeting with their faces, and they kept their shower caps on. So also for COVID protocols, I would give them an 8. So the overall score of Chennai Square stands at 7.5. Thank you for watching, and if you like our reviews and the other videos of Kaleidoscope, do subscribe to our channel. See you next time.